You don't need me to tell you that the cost of diesel can make trucking less than lucrative. According to the American Transportation Research Institute, the per mile cost for fuel for a trucking company rose from 41 cents in 2021 to an eye-watering 64 cents in 2022. And while the average price per gallon of diesel did go down mid-year 2023, now in September, we're about where we started back in January. I'm Caroline, your trucking business professor here at the Bobtail Help Desk, and my goal is to help your trucking business thrive. If that sounds good to you, subscribe to our channel. We'll talk about why diesel prices fluctuate so much in a future video. Today, I want to talk about what are the things you can do right now to save money on fuel. There are two basic ways to improve your fuel economy. First is to set up your trucks to use fuel more efficiently, and then operate those trucks to use less fuel. Here are some ways you can outfit your trucks to use fuel more efficiently. If you're looking to buy a newer truck, consider an automatic transmission. Veteran drivers typically prefer to drive manuals, but under most conditions, they really just can't compete on fuel economy. A 2015 study found fuel efficiency benefits of up to 8% on some automatic transmissions in heavy-duty trucks. Those benefits are likely even more pronounced today with all the technological innovations of the past 8 years. Next is to close the gap between the power unit and the trailer. As air flows in the space between the back of the cab and the front of the trailer, it creates a lot of drag. Engines then work harder to overcome that force, and that means they use more fuel. Also, consider installing auxiliary power units or bunk heaters. OTR drivers are going to need heating and air conditioning depending on the conditions. Without an APU, they have to leave the truck engine idling, consuming fuel the whole time. Next is to avoid aftermarket devices that block airflow. Radiator covers and grill guards can protect your vehicle from bugs and winter weather, but they can also make your engine work harder to maintain airflow. So only use these devices when absolutely necessary. Next is to keep your tires at the optimal pressure. Even if they're just a little bit lower, you'll use a lot more fuel to keep those wheels turning. Check your tire pressure at every pre-trip inspection and make sure you're keeping that pressure at the manufacturer's recommended level. Next is to remove any unnecessary weight. Heavier loads draw more on fuel. Of course, your payload is what it is, but make sure you're not adding extra weight with big, heavy accessories or personal items. But even more than the truck itself and how it's set up is how the driver is operating it. The most fuel-efficient drivers can improve fuel economy to up to 35% when compared to the least fuel-efficient drivers. Generally speaking, faster travel burns more fuel. A difference of just a couple miles per hour can make a huge difference on fuel efficiency. Also, using cruise control wherever you can help you burn less fuel over time. Also, quick acceleration uses a lot of power and therefore fuel. By accelerating slowly and steadily, you'll consume less fuel and make the road safer for everyone. Finally is to minimize idling. Idling just burns fuel without getting you any closer to your destination. It's pure waste. In addition to using APUs, you can plan your routes to avoid high traffic areas. Okay, so now you know the basics on improving fuel economy and getting every cent of value out of the fuel you purchase. But how can you save money directly at the pump? One of the most effective ways of cutting fuel costs is to get a fuel card. Fuel stations and truck stops partner with fuel card companies to offer discounts in return for reliable business. But when you're choosing a fuel card, make sure you're not only looking at the number of cents you can get off per gallon. This can be misleading because most fuel card companies will charge you a lot of fees. Be sure to look very closely at the paperwork and the network where you can use the fuel card. Better yet, sign up for the Bobtail Zero Mastercard. Bobtail Zero is the zero-fee way to save money on fuel and get control of your fuel spending. You can use the Bobtail Zero Mastercard anywhere Mastercard is accepted, meaning you don't have to rely only on big retailers to find the best price. And Bobtail Zero gets its name from our zero-fee policy. That's right, no fees, at all. Learn more about the Bobtail Zero Mastercard at bobtail.com. If you want to learn more about improving your fuel economy and saving money, hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Also, join our Facebook group, the Bobtail Help Desk, to get your questions answered by the experts here at Bobtail. There you'll also find invitations to our free virtual workshops where you can learn how to get better rates and avoid freight fraud. And I'll see you in the next video.